Hey flower folks, welcome to Share Inspirations. In today's video we are going to be direct sowing Russell lupins, and I'm going to be giving you some tips and tricks for germinating the seed. Now, Russell lupin is a herbaceous perennial that can be grown anywhere from zone 3 all the way to zone 10. In general, as a rule of thumb, we sow perennial seeds in fall, anytime from early fall all the way till late fall, even sometimes in milder zones in winter. Also, I am in zone 8B 9A, borderline Southern California high desert. I am going to be using the seed method that requires them to soak. Now, a lot of times when you read the seed packet, it reads that you need to nick the seed, or you can soak them overnight. Now, with nicking, I have a problem with that, because imagine these little tiny seeds, even though they're not as tiny as, say, snapdragon seeds, they're still pretty small, and taking each seed and nicking them, I find that it's impractical, especially if you're sowing 100 seeds, say. It's not okay. And overnight does not do what this method does. What I have done is taken the seed and soaked them in room temperature water for a week, keeping in mind that when you're working with water, every few days you need to check to make sure that it hasn't evaporated or that it's not getting murky. If it is getting murky, then you want to throw out the murky water and replace that, and make sure that you do this for a week. And after a week, you'll notice that you'll start seeing a little sprouts, which are roots, as you can see on mine, and they start to get a little soft. And this is the best time to go ahead and sow them, because they now have roots and they will germinate very quickly. They love the cool weather, and this is a perfect time to go ahead and sow them. Something else to note here is if you try and grow them from bare root, I have had a hard time because they have a tap root and they do not transplant well. Some plants do transplant, for example, hollyhocks. They have a tap root and they do transplant very well for me. However, this one I have not had much luck. I have grown these from seed in another area, and I will show you that the seeds have germinated and they're coming up. They are slow growers in the winter time, of course, but once the temperatures warm up, they will shoot up and they will flower the following year for me. They come in mixed colors, so I'm not sure what colors these are going to be. They're just a Russell lupin mix. I did not purchase the seed packet. I got these seeds from a seed exchange. They do not like heavy clay soil, and they do not like sitting in water. So the best soil is sandy, well-draining, loomy soil, kind of like what I have here. If you do not have that, you can grow them in raised beds or containers. Or you can work up an area with peat moss and some compost and some perlite in that clay soil, and then direct seed these, and they will grow just fine for you. Also, they don't need fertilizer and they don't need staking, since the flower stalk is pretty thick and it does not do much moving around, even if you are in an extremely windy area like me, where the winds go up to 35 miles an hour. These are herbaceous perennials, and they bloom for me from March all the way till June, when the 100+ degrees temperatures settle in. Something to keep in mind is if you are in a cooler climate, they will bloom a little bit later for you, and they will bloom for a little bit longer, perhaps, say in the Pacific Northwest, or if you're just in northern states, they will start blooming, say, late April and go all the way till August for you. If you do deadhead, they put on another show also. They're not cut and come again per se, but they do one more show. So with the main ones you cut for your vase, and they will last you anywhere from 5 to 7 days depending on when they were cut. Or you can just leave them and cut them at the end of the season, or harvest seed. I personally like cutting them so I can have one more show before the season is over. Blue arroyo lupin is native here in Southern California. So all other varieties of lupins do grow very well for me also. So if you are in the desert areas, these will do very well for you. Mature height is 3 to 4 foot for these. And I think I mentioned this before, winter hardy from zone 3 to zone 10. And this is what I like doing. I have a bamboo stick here that I'm going to basically just stir it with. You can use your finger also, and kind of do a snow globe effect. And I'm going to go ahead and sow these like that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and move the seeds around. They don't need to be very deeply buried, because the seeds are very small, and if you bury them too deep, they're not going to germinate. And since these are already sprouted with roots and all, I just barely covered with 1 inch of soil. And I'm going to go ahead and put this stick on. Also, I'm going to take you to the place where I have them growing from this method. And those are right here, right there. These ones right here. All of this is all lupins. Right here also, right there, right here. And they were put in on the 17th of September. So this method I know for sure works, and as I've shown you results also. I hope you give this herbaceous perennial a try in your cutting garden and enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one. Bye.